Hello, I just want to share some thoughts with you about songs that we listen to. You know that songs are ladders in the realm of the spirit. Songs are so spiritual. When you read the book of Revelation, you will see how the elders, the angels, they just worship God. Like everything that is done in heaven is all about worshiping God, adoring God, just singing songs of worship to Him. And we read in the book of Acts about Paul and Silas while in prison, they sang praises to God. Now, we do not know the exact words in the songs that they sang, but we were pointed to the fact that they sang aloud and the prisoners heard them and their chains were loosed. So many instances in the Bible we have where the children of Israel were going to defeat Jericho, and God gave them the strategy of saying, of singing, chanting, about how glorious He is, how powerful He is. We see the story of Ezekiah the king when he was told he was to prepare to die, and when he turned to face the wall to talk to God, one of the things he said in his prayer is that God, the way I worship you, I will not be able to worship you in the grave. No one can worship you like I worship you in the in the grave. So many pointers to the power of worship and how powerful songs are. One of the things that my worship leader in church said to me one day, that the songs that we sing in church a lot of times form the theology of people more than the message that they've heard on the day, and I remember one day I was going to church for a meeting. Yes, no, I had missed first service, so I wanted to go for the second service. And while I was walking down the road, I heard a lady singing a song. So when I got to church, I asked my worship leader, I said, "Was this? Did you do this song in church today?" She said, "Oh, I heard the lady singing it, so I know that you must have done the song." Yes, so and then we then started talking about the fact that the songs that we sing will form people's theology. They will form their mindset about God more than even what they read in the Bible. Most of them, before they even become Christians, they can tell about God from the songs that we sing. Okay, so recently, sometime in January, I had an unexpected situation that really shook me. I was confused. I was like, where is this coming from? I was confused. I was discouraged. I was just totally shaken, like lost off balance. Like, where am I? What do I do? Okay, so in the midst of it all, I was praying and all that, and there's this song by Elevation Worship. He will make a way. He's always made a way. And I remember that song just struck a chord in me, like struck something in me. And I started singing it a lot. So it formed part of my prayer time, that particular song. So when I sing it, I get to, He's always made a way. I will sit down and I will start to talk about ways that God, I will sit down, start to list like what are the things that God has done for me before. He's always made a way, isn't it? Then I start to look at, oh God, this happened before, in this time, this happened, you made a way. And then I'll sing it again. So the song formed a strong part of me realize, not because I do not know that God will always make a way, not because I do not trust Him, but at that time my brain, everything was just so, I was sort of overwhelmed, and I was praying, and I'll be at some point where I'm like, God, I'm praying, I don't even know what to pray about. What sort of thing is this, but I found comfort in that song, and I would just sing it over myself, sing it over and over myself, sing it as a prayer over myself. There's a place where they'll say that it's not just something we read about, it is something that we know, that we have felt. I'm like, yes, God, if you made a way before, you will make a way again. And I worship God so much with that song, just telling myself that God was going to make a way. And did He make a way? Well, of course, He always makes a way. So I just want to encourage you. Songs are ladders in the spirit that can help us to connect someone. There's something about worshiping God, about singing his word to him. There are times I wake up and I wake up with a song. The psalmist talks about, you are my hiding place. You always fill my mouth or my heart with songs of deliverance whenever I'm afraid. God always brings to us songs of deliverance. There are times you just wake up with a song. That is a song of deliverance. Go ahead, sing it until you feel that peace in your heart. There are times I even wake up with songs that are not even my language, and I get, I then have to ask someone to say, what does this song mean? And then I'll realize, wow, that God is actually speaking to me in the song. He will fill you with songs of deliverance. Whatever is going on in your life, do not let anything steal your praise. Do not let anything make you keep quiet. That's what the enemy wants. He wants to steal your praise. But you know what? Your praise confuses the enemy, because when you are supposed to be crying, when you're supposed to be doing pity party, oh my God, look at what has happened, and you start to cry and all that, that is when the enemy succeeds. But instead of that, when you take on praise, you confuse the enemy, and God goes ahead to work on your behalf. So I thought to share that thought with you. It's been on my mind for a few days now, and I said, okay, this is the right time for me to share this thought with you, and I hope this has blessed you. Do not let your praise be quiet. Do not keep quiet. Sing your praise even when you do not understand. Just sing. Praise the Lord.